Hey, what's up guys? So I'm going to be showcasing off the new Red Eye support in action, as well as the new Amazon stuff in action. Mixing it in with Lightsworn can be maybe pretty good in the future. But anyways, let's go ahead and check it out. Yeah, so anyways, the new Red Eye support is actually pretty good against anything that targets, as you guys will see during these plays. So the Gusto player goes for our first turn. Relatively decent standard little board. You got a synchro out, and he has the option to just bring back those extra Gustos. That's basically what they do. But anyways, the SLAYDRA just kind of shuts down certain decks because you cannot target the dang card. So he's going to go ahead and be able to equip. He tries to target with D-Prison, but he's going to go ahead and get rid of D-Prison. But then he's also going to be activating Red Eye's thing with Chain, and he's going to actually equip the Goldos over here. Now his opponent's going to go ahead and activate the creature swap on the Gusto card, going to be taking his own Red Eyes, but nonetheless, the card is still actually equipped to him, but he has the Red Eyes Insight and goes for a Red Eyes Fusion to make another Red Eyes /Dragon, and he's going to go ahead and equip, and so he can boost up his attack, has an equip card, and if he would target guards, he's just going to go ahead and negate that, even though Twin Twisters would only get rid of that card. Doesn't really matter. Disrespect, negating the card over there. He's going to go ahead and summon, and that's pretty much game right there. But it really shows off anything that would target Red Eyes is just going to kind of lose to it, especially with the whole Drancia, which likes to target and get rid of a card. Here we see it against Zodiac Subterrors, a more of an interesting deck, and I don't think Red Eyes is going to be able to compete with the Tier 1, but it's still definitely a decent deck, as you guys will see in some of these plays over here. So this time he decides to make a Falling Meteor Black Dragon. He's going to go ahead and banish it instead of destroying it with the effect of Trident, because he can activate Viper's effect to banish it instead, because this card will actually get an effect if it actually gets to go to the graveyard. So he opts to banish it. Now he's got a Prediction Princess Tower Tray out on board, which can flip something face down. Now he's going to go ahead and equip it with some extra stuff, but he's going to try to flip it face down, but that's not going to go through because this deck just destroys anything that really needs to target cards, because it's just going to go ahead and negate those effects and then re-equip really dirty stuff, and he's going to go ahead and get rid of that and also get rid of its effect. Really strong card against, again, decks that need to target. But I feel like so many people main decking those Quaking Mirror Forces. Now maybe that is what can actually get rid of this. But even when this card goes away, guys, he has that ability to special summon as many monsters that were possible that were equipped to it. Obviously, if it's face down, it's not going to get anything. So Quaking Mirror Force just might be what is going to be destroying Red Eyes. But he just decides to GG. He's like, oh, I can't deal with that. I can't target it. It definitely does become a problem. Now I'm going to show you guys some of the new Amazon stuff in action. More so mechanics than really like great gameplay. Both decks in action. It's just showing you guys how you guys can build the decks. I'll give you guys like a brief deck profile. I know sometimes all of you guys ask for these deck profiles, but sometimes with these replays, guys, they just make these decks really fast. And they're just trying to do some type of cheese. Now, over here, we see Lightsworns mixed in with Amazons. And actually, this, I think it can kind of work. Having access to the Tiger is really strong. There's one card that just destroys another player here. But anyways, the Tiger is just really strong in this deck, and for a while I was like, okay, the Tiger's not that good, but with this other new support card, it actually can become pretty good. With Amazon Princess being able to, when it attacks, you're able to send one other card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special another Amazon monster from your deck, and actually you can proc Tiger's effect off of that. I never even thought of that, but you guys will see over here, we see the lawn mowing next door activated. He's going to go ahead and make a Lightsworn Wolf. Get that card out free. He activates the Absolute King Backtrack. Doesn't get anything off of it, but he's able to attack over the monster. And then really good stuff indeed, being able to just go for the Pet Baby Tiger. And that has 2400 attack. He activates Shira Yuki, or the Fairy Tale Snow. Goes for a cowboy at the very end to disrespect his opponent. I like it, man. But anyways, like I said, there's a lot of good mechanics in here that I wanted to showcase off. Even though it's against a player, I think this is the Gradle one. Okay, this is versus the Gradle player. The Gradle player doesn't really get to do anything, but again, it's more so just showing you guys how this deck can work. So he's activating Village. They gain a decent amount of attack, but being able to special summon a monster is actually pretty nice. He attacks over the Tiger. He's going to be able to get out Tiger once again with the effect of Village, and you guys will see why that's actually pretty good. So he activates Upstart. goes for a wolf, makes a Utopia the lightning. I mean, there's a lot of back row here, so that was probably a really good play. But anyways, he's going to attack with Tiger, and he's going to attack with the Princess, and then he's going to be able to actually proc the Tiger's effect off of the effect of Princess, getting rid of the card. And I thought that that was really good. So you're able to special summon another Amazon monster, and then you could still get the Tiger out. That is a really good play. But anyways, there's one more replay that I want to show off over here. It's using one of the other newer cards that really can be pretty dirty in the deck. I'm not sure if I would play Fighting Spirit, but you know, I enjoy people trying the more obscure cards to see what works, you know, because this is a newer deck. But like I said, it works pretty well in Lightsworn. I don't know if people will try that out. But you guys will see if it's good, maybe, if they get other support that can work really well. So anyways, Amazoness Call is activated, and then he's going to go ahead and activate. This is the card I was actually talking about that I want to showcase off how good this card can be. So Amazoness Spellcaster, you get to target one Amazoness monster you control and one face-up monster your opponent controls. Switch the original attack of those targets until the end of this turn. So he's going to actually target the Lightsworn Arc, and he's going to actually swap the attack. And remember, it's the original attack. So this card will still only have 500 as its original number. So now, the guy just quit right after that, but now this card has 500, and this card actually will still gain the bonus effect of having 100 attack for each Amazoness card in the graveyard. And again, with that effect, with the new Amazon Princess, you're able to just get rid of a card, and then you can get another Amazon monster, and in addition to that, you can actually get a baby pet tiger for free. If it's, of course, in the graveyard, and that's probably why the Lightsworn engine was pretty good. But anyways, I know some of you guys want the deck profiles. Keep in mind, guys, these are just like rough edits of the people that sent these in. So I'm going to go ahead and showcase off the first deck, which was the Red Eyes one. Like I said, guys, these are just like turbo decks just to try out the new cards, but some of you guys asked for the deck profile, so I'm going to go ahead and deliver them for you guys. Now, the new cards that we're going to be showcasing off, I'm going to move them down here, and then obviously you guys can see the deck profile. Whoops, we need to grab this one. And we got all the new cards. Oh, we can't forget this card. The Red Eyes Fang with Chain is actually a pretty good card. But anyways, I'm just going to go over briefly some of the effects of the newer stuff that I didn't fully go over. I pretty much went over Red Eyes/Dragon though. But anyways, it gains 200 attack when you get to equip a card. And it has that bonus effect where when a Red Eyes monster declares an attack, you can target a war-type monster in a graveyard and equip it to it. At the moment, we don't have anything that's really good. We just are using the new card, the Red Eyes Metal Knight Gearfried. There might be more support, better targets in the future, but as of right now, this is kind of like the guy we got here. But anyways, once per turn, if your equip card isn't equipped to this card, you can destroy that equip card or cards. Then you can destroy one spell or trap card your opponent controls. Once per turn, you can send one equip card you control that is equipped to this card to the graveyard, then target one level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and special summon it. But we're really here for the /Dragons effect. The gaining 200 attack, it's not too bad, but the main effect is during either player's turn when they would target card or cards. It doesn't even have to be Red Eyes cards. Whenever they target anything, you can send one equip card you control to the graveyard to negate that activation. And it doesn't have to be an equip card you control that is equipped to this card, it's just equipped. An equip card. But anyways, you get to negate the activation, destroy, and if this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can special summon as many monsters that were equipped to this card as possible from your graveyard. So you can potentially get out a lot of really powerful monsters. It's not like you can only equip like certain like levels. It's just target any war type monster, which is actually pretty good. I'm wondering though if there's any equip cards that are also monsters that would work off this. If you guys know of any, let me know that could be targets for this. That are, I guess they have to be warrior too. That would be ideal. But if there's any like other crazy combos with this, I would love to know. But in addition to that, this is, like I said, like the only card. But there's also Red Eyes Baby Dragon. So this card, when it's destroyed, you get to special summon one level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck. And if you do, you get to equip this card to it, and it gains 300 attack. So it just lets you have a monster that's kind of just like a beat stick. But anyways, if this card is sent to the graveyard while equipped, you get to add one level 1 dragon type monster. So that basically lets you add the Black Stone of Legend. So that's it for like the new cards in here. But like I said, it is a deck profile, so I'll briefly, I'll just kind of go over the cards relatively quick. We got 3 of the classic Red Eyes Vanilla. We got Red Eyes Darkness Metal, triple Red Eyes Black Flare. We got the Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning, Red Eyes Meteor Dragon, 2 copies of the new Red Eyes Metal Gearfried, 3 Red Eyes Retro Dragon, 2 of the Red Eyes Baby Dragon, 3 of the Black Metal Dragon, 3 copies of the Black Stone of Legend, triple alert, 1 for 1, 3 copies of Red Eyes Fusion, 2 copies of cards of the Red Stone, 3 Red Eyes Insight, 2 Twin Twisters, 2 copies of Red Eyes Spirit, 2 copies of Red Eyes Fang with Chain, and then for the extra deck, keep in mind, again, that you normally would want to max out what you can play, obviously throw in other rank 7s in the deck, but there's Archfiend, a Black Skull Dragon, Falling Meteor Black Dragon, Red Eyes Slash Dragon, and Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. Like I said, guys, this is probably not optimized for competitive play. It's just like a core. If you guys want to just try this out, add and remove cards, heck, you guys comment down below what you guys would change with this build. Like I said, you probably would want to throw in like cards like Big Eye and stuff like that. But anyways, there's the other deck over here. Now, this is the Amazoness Lightsworn mix-up deck, and I think it's a pretty cool mix-up, especially when you can get tons of cards in the graveyard via the effect of some of the Lightsworn stuff, and also if you can hit the right stuff, you know, like Wolf, that's pretty good. But I feel like sometimes you might get cloggy hands in this, but just keep in mind that's just how Lightsworn can work. Sometimes you open up too many Wolves, too many Judgment Dragons, and you can't really make plays. But I think Raiden overall is a really great card, just because it also gives the deck the option to go for Synchros. Man, if this card didn't get that reprint, man, this deck would be very expensive. But anyways, I'm gonna go over it real quick. I don't know if this is going to be something that people will actually want to try out, but have some fun with it if you want to try out Lightsworn Amazons. But we got 2 copies of Wolf, 3 copies of Fairy Tail Shirayuki, 3 Raiden, 3 Amazoness Swords Woman. Now, I was talking about this card a while back where you can, if you could possibly get this card to not be destroyed, there's a card called, hold on, Mist Body. Because your opponent takes all battle damage. So you can make it so like the card wouldn't be destroyed. I know this is like probably something no one will try out, but if there's any other combo with this could be really dirty. So like making it so it can't be destroyed by like this turn or whatever. If you can make it attack multiple times, there's a few cards that lower your attack, but you can attack multiple times. You can actually OTK your opponent by attacking into it. I did a video called like Naturia Ragweed. It was some Naturia like one-hit OTK. It got a ton of these. I'm gonna link it down below. It's really funny. There is potential with this card to cheese your opponent, so if any of you guys like that, you can do it with Amazon Swordswoman. And because you can get it out pretty easy, because this lets you get out whatever Amazon you want, it's pretty simple to pull off. But anyways, next up there's Amazoness Archer, so you can tribute 2 monsters just to burn your opponent, and that can work pretty well, especially when you're bringing out additional monsters perhaps later on, and also proccing the effect of bringing in them additional free monsters out with the effect of Pet Baby Tiger. But I don't know, I guess it's just free extra burn damage. If maybe you dealt some damage, maybe that's why it's in here. I really don't think that this is the greatest card, but again, sometimes if you can finish off your opponent, why not, man? Next up, there's Amazoness Tiger. We didn't see it in the replays, but this is an older card. But anyways, you can only control 1 of them, but it gains 4 attack for each Amazoness monster you control, and then your opponent cannot attack any face-up Amazoness monsters except for this one, so they're forced to get rid of the Tiger before they attack into anything else. I don't know, we're probably going to have more Amazon support, so maybe that card could also be dropped. I'm not really a fan of that card either, but this is one of the newer cards, the Princess, so I basically went over its effects, but anyways, the main part of it is that if it's normal or special, you get to add 1 Amazon spell trap card from your deck to your hand, so it searches out whatever you want, and then if it declares an attack, you can send 1 other card from your hand or field to the graveyard to spell summon a Amazoness monster from your deck, and there's like no restrictions on that. Other than it being in defense position, except for itself. But that is really, really strong, and when you activate that effect, you guys saw you were able to bring out the Tiger. Next up, we have Spy. This is another one of the newer cards. So if it's in your hand, you can reveal 1 other Amazoness monster in your hand to just spell summon this card. You can only use this effect about once per turn, but when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Amazoness monster graveyard, and except for itself, and add it to your hand or shuffle it into the deck. So this just gives you an extra monsters, so you guys will have access to more cards with the effect of Pet Baby Tiger. There's not really that many good Amazons at the moment, so it's kind of just filler cards, I feel like. Next up, there's 2 copies of the Cheap Minerva, and then 3 copies of the Amazoness Pet Baby Tiger, which I think really makes the deck so much better. But yeah, like I pretty much went over its effect. But anyways, it gains 100 attack for each Amazoness card in the graveyard. And whenever you know or special summon an Amazon, you get, if this card's in your graveyard, except for doing damage type, you can just special summon it. And that's a really good card. But anyways, triple solar recharge, double instant fusion, 3 copies of lawn mowing, 1 copy of reinforcement, 60 card up with upstart, disrespect there. We got the Spellcaster. Like I said, this card could be pretty dirty with this card, especially if they have something with like an insane amount of attack. Next up, there is 1 Foolish Burial, 3 copies of Left Arm Offering, 2 copies of Charge, 3 copies of Amazoness Call. So you take an Amazoness card from your deck, except for itself, and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. And then you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Amazoness monster you control. This turn, other monsters you control cannot attack. Also, that monster can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. So going back to the card I just mentioned, if you like make it so the monster can't die, like Mist Body, or there's I think there's like Shooting Star Bow CL or something. There's a few other cards that like lower your attack, but you can attack it multiple times. Maybe you lower the attack, make it so your opponent takes multiple battle damages. Like you just make it so that you're forced to just like game your opponent from their own monsters. But next up we have the Fighting Spirit. I never really liked this card. It makes it so Amazon's monsters gain 1,000 attack. Maybe this could be good. I don't know what other support is coming out for them. But, you know, attack isn't the greatest thing when it comes down to, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of times things just get bounced back, so you're not going to have the monster, therefore this card will not get that effect. But, next up, we got the Village, so it makes them gain 200 attack, pretty mediocre, but when an Amazoness monster is destroyed by battle by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can just special summon an Amazon monster from your deck with a level less than or equal to that Amazoness monster in the graveyard. Next up, we got 2 copies of the Amazoness Willpower, so you can select an Amazoness monster in graveyard and special summon an attack position. It can't change its battle position. It must attack if able. When this card is removed from the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. Now, some of the cards let you add an Amazon card, but I feel like Call of the Haunted and all these other cards that are coming out that are just like special summon a monster that don't need to be attached. Maybe they can be better, but it is an Amazon card, so that's perhaps why it's here. And the last new card is the Amazoness Ambush. So once per turn during either player's battle phase, you can special summon an Amazon monster from your hand. If you do, it gains 500 attack until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. But when an Amazon monster you control control battles an opponent's monster after damage calc, you can banish that opponent's monster. If this card is on the field and is destroyed to the graveyard, you can target 1 Amazoness monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So I just don't feel like this card is very good, but I wanted to showcase off some of the Amazon cards that you guys saw. Perhaps he was trying out the whole Brilliant Fusion engine, but as far as the extract, there's not anything that's like different. Other than like just generic Rainforest, and Minerva's pretty good if you're running a deck that's trying to sense up the graveyard. But I think that you can run into a lot of cloggy hands, especially with these kind of things. But these are just my suggestions. Obviously, you guys can decide for yourself. Like I said, this card can be very dirty. I feel like it's more cheesy than anything, but I'm sure someone can figure out how to pull off an OTK with this. And if you guys want to check out like a Naturia, I uploaded a while back ago. I'll link it down below. But anyways, that is the new Amazon and Red Eye stuff in action. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed seeing the new 2 decks in action. Let me know, guys, what you think of them. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'm signing out.